At India AI Summit in New Delhi, Nitendra Rajput, Senior Vice President and Head of Mastercard AI Garage, speaks about the growth and adoption of AI in fintech. How advanced AI tools can create safer online experiences, helping to prevent fraud and streamline digital transactions for users, and the role of AI in making everyday online processes smoother. Listen in.
What kind of AI adoption are you seeing in Mastercard, and what kind of products are you seeing evolve because of artificial intelligence?
At Mastercard, we are into transactions, and there are a lot of them. So we process more than 160 billion transactions globally. Now, every transaction, there's an AI algorithm that is trying to figure out, is it a legitimate transaction or is it a fraudulent transaction? We do not want frauds on our cards, right? So an AI algorithm identifies whether it is fraud. If it is fraud, then it can actually help block the transaction so that a consumer is safe. So that's where Mastercard has been using AI, among many other things, in a significant manner. Now, what we are also doing is that we want people to be able to do commerce easily and safely. Earlier, let's say 20 years back, if I wanted to buy something, my only option was to travel within a vicinity of 2-3 kilometers. Whatever I have, I will have to buy from that place. And then came e-commerce, where my reach was not just 3 kilometers, but I could find a product which is very relevant for me, which may not have been in that 3 kilometer range, which is at a price point that was not available within the 3 kilometer range. But now I can reach that price point, that specific product, through e-commerce. Now where we are at a stage is that if, let's say today, if I have to buy a smartwatch, I'm going to search an e-commerce site 1, I'm going to search e-commerce site 2, e-commerce site 3, and this is endless. That is where now you hear this term agentic AI. So you can have, instead of me as a human, you can have an agent that's going to look at all those websites and consolidate and come to me and say that these are the most relevant watches for me, perhaps. Then what you can do is, you can have another agent that can look at the preferences of a user. Like you may be a brand conscious user. I may be a user who's value for money. So based on that, we could restrict our choices. And then there could be another agent that will figure out that with respect to the product that you are eventually interested in, it's available on so many merchant websites. There are some merchants these days that can create a website. They will offer things at a lot of discount, 50%, 80% discount. People like you and me can go to those sites, provide our credit card details, and then the merchant will take all those cards, close the site, and then sell all those cards on the dark web. So before we make a purchase, there is another agent that can figure out that these merchants are safer, these merchants are not safe, so you rather buy from that. Once you're done with that, another agent can say, if you're buying this product from this particular merchant, you buy with the best payment mechanism that is going to give you the best loyalty, best offers, best discounts. And therefore, your overall purchase experience becomes really, really safe. It becomes very, very smart, and it becomes very, very efficient for you. That is just one particular transaction that you have done. But imagine now what you are doing is, you are connecting a consumer who wants something with a producer who's producing something in a most efficient manner. What it can do is, it can make the entire commerce, not just payments, entire commerce more efficient. If we make commerce more efficient, it can change the economy of a country and of the region. And that's what we launched yesterday. So we showcased our capability to do India's first agentic commerce, fully authenticated transaction in a sandbox environment, showing our readiness with respect to where AI was, which I talked about earlier, to where it can take us in the future.